Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Cancer is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. That's totally free, doesn't cost you anything. If there's anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Cancer, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And here is the Adjustment or Justice card. That's an interesting place to start. To me, it feels very, very official. It feels like there's something going on with judging the value of a situation or judging the weight of something someone is telling you or of some sort of a relationship that you have. It doesn't feel romantic. We're going to put some more context here, right? We're going to put some other cards around it, see what is going on. See, now there's this Knight of Wands energy. Okay. And a Prince of Cups here. We do have the Lover's card. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that it's romantic. It could be a romantic situation. This could be talking about some kind of a family situation. Now we've got the Art or Temperance card. Interesting that we have these cards of balance here, right? All these cards kind of are talking about putting two things together as one. And another Court card here. This card's kind of going the other way. Everybody's going a different way. All right, the Knight of Wands going that way, the Knight of Cups going that way, and of course the Prince of Cups is down here kind of doing its own thing. So, another Court card. And another. And some more fire energy, and the Emperor at the end. Okay, that's very good. This is telling me that this has a good ending for you. That this is going to resolve itself in a very productive way for you. And let's see here. There is 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a lot of Court cards here. So it feels to me that this is maybe a family thing. And it seems to me like I feel like a lot of people telling you a lot of different things. And it seems to be, we got fire, we got water, we got a little bit of earth. I think that you're trying to figure out who's kind of telling you the truth and who's not. I almost wonder if there's kind of some sort of I don't know if it's a gaslighting situation. I wonder about this Knight of Wands, though. I wonder if this might be a bit of a narcissist in your life. Now, I know everybody throws that word around. I feel like in this case, like this is the real deal, okay? And I feel like you're trying to deal with this person, with their energy, and maybe you are getting a lot of different stories from a lot of different people about this person. And I feel like when you confront this person, though, I'll tell you, we don't have any swords cards here. There's no air energy. I feel like this person is kind of then going to come out with the gaslighting, right? Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. Maybe this will be some air energy, because as it is right now, we don't have any. We don't have any swords. To me, there's a lack of communication going on, or a lack of honest communication. Let's put it that way. The mystery card's just going to go right here. We're going to put Tiny Bob Ross right there on top. Happy little Bob. And we're not going to look at that card until the very end, so Cancer, don't even ask. But it will tie everything together. You know, it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any point during the reading you feel like you know what that card is or you have a hunch, put your hunch down in the comments. All right, let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise in intuition. Okay. Let's look around one more time here. We have 1, 2, 3 4 major arcana energies. And those are very strong. There's a lot of the idea of balance here, of partnership. But then over here on the at the top of the path of the serpent, really, we have just this kind of sole authority, the sole executor, the one leader, right? Kind of emerging from the top. And it really might be a sort of partnership. It might be a business deal, might be a creative collaborator, it could be a romantic partner, sure. I feel like you're starting to kind of judge this person. You're kind of weighing the information, you're weighing the energies, and trying to determine if this person is actually good for you and is going to be a productive partnership of whatever kind, or if this is something that just really needs to go and you need to emerge as the leader, right? As the kind of emperor in the situation. And do what needs to be done to, obviously to protect yourself and to advance your life and further your dreams and goals and your ambitions. All right. So we've got a decent amount of fire. Even the Emperor, some fire energy. Even the Art or Temperance card is some fire energy. We've got water now, really just here and here. There's a little bit of water here in your general energy with the Queen of Pentacles. We don't have any air energy except for the Lover's card, which to me the Lover's card is that initial agreement. Oh, well, the Justice card, that's some air energy. That's some Libra energy. So I feel like we have this agreement, this partnership, this union, whether it's a contract, whether it's just like a, an agreement to try things out together in a professional or a romantic or a platonic or whatever kind of situation, right? It's like we're going to try to make it work. We're going to see what happens. Yeah. And honestly, for some of you, this could be the marriage, this could be the divorce. And I don't mean to be so blunt. Sometimes we need to talk about it that way. Here is everything coming together, and then here is deciding it needs to come apart again. Okay? I do feel like there is this narcissist in your life, as represented by the Knight of Wands here. I kind of feel a bit of a wolf in sheep's clothing kind of vibe. Spirit showing me a wolf. The wolf might have some significant symbolism for you personally, but to me it kind of represents the sheep's clothing. Someone who is, I think, does not have your best interests at heart, though they may at times appear very amenable, very docile, very friendly, very harmless, right? But they're not. And I don't know really for all of you, obviously, I can't know those details if this is a significant other, someone that you're dating, if it's a friend, family member, coworker, or a business partner / collaborator, okay? But you know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. I think you've had suspicions already that just something's not right with their energy, or they just, it's almost as if they're always kind of telling you what you want to hear rather than what the truth is. And I think you're somebody that really is just kind of wanting to hear the truth about something. Otherwise, leave me alone. I got better things to do, The major arcana is quite interesting. And I think that you've tried everything you could to make sense of this, to make it work. So we have the idea of union and balance. But what we see here, these two knights are going opposite directions. That you have a certain sort of authenticity about you, represented by this Prince of Cups underneath everything, that doesn't allow you to really mesh with a person like this. And we see that person in your environment too with the Prince of Wands. So it's interesting, we've got the two opposing knights and we've got the two opposing princes here. Okay. So we may have at one time thought that this was a very good decision, and maybe it was for a while. Maybe this was something that was very profitable, lucrative, successful, enjoyable for a certain time, but now it seems like it's more work to try to keep it together. That things are just, I don't know if things feel like they're unraveling with this person. that it may be, now that the pressure's on, let's say the art or temperance card is the pressure. Now the two of you are doing this thing together, whatever it might be. And this is really like the nuts and bolts of it, right? Where the rubber meets the road, this is where you see what someone's really made of. And I feel like they're starting to have a difficult time concealing their true tendencies. And so you're getting these glimpses, larger and larger, longer and longer glimpses of this person's true nature. And you know who I'm talking about. Okay. What we see with the Knight of Cups here in the future position is kind of this idea that you're taking your gifts, your talents, your heart, your love and beauty, you're taking yourself and you're going somewhere else with it, right? You're going in a different direction where you can have a more authentic relationship, whether it's romantic, business, platonic, whatever, with somebody who appreciates your gifts and who is honest and who returns those gifts to you. This is the card, the Knight of Cups. It's all about giving and receiving love. On that, it's about giving and receiving energy on the heart plane, right? Heart to heart exchanges with people. And I don't think that person is I was going to say they're not capable of that. I don't know if they are capable or not. They're not displaying that to you right now. That's not what they're all about right now. I don't know who they are or what they're all about. Okay. But I know that you have a lot to offer the world, and you are someone who tries to be very, very authentic. Now, who in your family has a twin? Are you a twin? Do you have twin children? Or I don't know if this is a twin, like a family member twin. That's just, I don't know what the of course we do have the Gemini energy. Maybe that's where this idea of twins is coming in. But I feel like it's a literal thing. I feel like Spirit would just show me the Lover's card if it was meant to be kind of figurative, right? Because we have the twins, right? Two faces. It's kind of, someone acts one way out in public, but then when you're alone, they kind of act a different way. It's kind of the gaslighting person and the two-faced kind of thing that we're talking about. But Spirit's showing me actual like twins, like twin babies, So I don't know if you're a twin or if you have twins in the family. Sometimes these images and words and things come in as just kind of random details, but they are meant as synchronicities for someone that's watching. If those aren't meant for you, don't worry about it. Leave them for the next person. It's also a way of validating some of the energy that we're in and confirming kind of what we're talking about a little bit. Okay. Like I said, with the Art or Temperance card. Now, this is the idea that the two of you are in a situation now where the true colors are going to come out. This is like the test kitchen. This is when it really comes down to it, is somebody that you can rely on. When the pressure's on, that's when you see what people are made of. And I think this person's really showing you their true colors right now. Okay? And I don't think it's really compatible with you. Again, we've got this fire and water aspect. Now, sometimes fire and water really work well together. Sometimes it makes some really good air. Sometimes we need to boil the water a little bit. Yeah, I mean, that is true. In this case, I don't think that's what's going on. I don't think that this person is, we could say that maybe they're just pushing the right buttons for you. They're a little bit abrasive, or they rub you the wrong way, but just enough that kind of sparks our growth and is good for us. We need a little bit of challenge. Sometimes we need people to challenge us. I don't think that's what's happening here. Okay, this isn't one of those kind of positive, conflicts or whatever you want to say. Let's go the path of the Serpent now. And as we do this, I'd like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Totally free. Doesn't cost you anything. And it helps the channel out, and I really do appreciate that. So thank you, really. The Queen of Pentacles here. This is this is our energy, and I think that this is you understanding your worth, understanding your value. We've made it seems to me like we've made a value judgment about this, not about the person, okay, about this situation, about the partnership itself. And that's something that I want to emphasize. I'm not judging that person. I don't know that person. You do, but I don't. So we're not passing judgment on the person. We're passing judgment on the nature and the dynamic of your relationship with that person. Okay. And the Queen of Pentacles is telling me that you know your worth. You know what you want in life. You know what you deserve right now. You know what you've been through in the past. And this could be maybe a situation that is a little bit too familiar for you. You know, that you've seen people like this before. You've had experiences like this before. And this is not going to be hard for you to say, I see you, and for you to go your own way. Right? You have this kind of confidence about you. And it comes from a deep understanding of yourself and really a deep experience with life. You know, I think you've been through a lot. Okay. And I don't know. Part of me wonders if this is. I wonder what the dynamic here is with all of you, because we've got like an older and a younger on the fire. We've got an older and a younger on the water. And so I don't know if this is family situation or if there are kids somewhere here. Maybe there are twins as well somewhere. But I kind of feel that there's a larger family dynamic. It's not just you and one person. It's perhaps you and one person and then either the kids or maybe the pets. But it's kind of like they have their team and you have yours. I don't know what that's about. Or if there's friends that are going to kind of have to pick a side, or if there are other coworkers that are kind of having to pick a side, you know, something along these lines. I like to see the Six of Wands here. And are you kind of known for your temper? Spirit's telling me there's a bit of a temper here. And I kind of think it's you. I feel like if we blamed it on the other person, it'd be a little too obvious. I feel like you've got, you know, you can go off when you need to. You know, you've got no problem with that. Like I said, you know your worth. You know what gifts you have. You want to share your gifts and exchange love, exchange this energy with people that really are heart to heart, you know, that resonate with you. But I feel like you've got a little bit of a temper. And when I see the Six of Wands in the position of the obstacle, which it is here, it makes me wonder if there's kind of this like, there's almost like this worry that like, am I overreacting? You know, what if I end this thing, or what if I make this decision to go in a different direction, but I'm wrong? You know, kind of the fear of being wrong here with the Six of Wands. But I like this card because this is the card of victory. You know, it's not so much we want to be right, but we want to make sure that we survive this situation. So even if you're wrong, even if you go your own direction and it turns out that this person is whatever, the most important thing is that you are surviving. So it's almost like I'd rather you be a little too vigilant, a little too cautious, and change directions now than to be impacted by this in a negative way. You know what I mean? I'd rather that you take action and be wrong than to just assume, I'm overreacting, this person's fine, everything's good. And then, you know, your career starts to suffer, or your family dynamics, your other relationships start to suffer, right? This could be a work thing, you know. And I kind of feel like maybe this person is either aggressive or manipulative or gaslighting or gossiping, like something at work that if we allow it to continue, it's going to negatively impact, you know, your career. So this is a situation where we have to protect ourselves first and foremost. Okay. Now, of course, I'm not advocating any kind of violence or anything, right? Nothing like that. Go to the supervisor, go to the boss, go to the HR, or if this is a relationship that you're in, it's kind of, take your talents elsewhere, right? Maybe this is the boss. Maybe this is the company itself, right? Take your talents elsewhere. I'm hoping that the mystery card will be a little bit of air energy to show that we are seeing through, that we're cutting through the BS here. I was about to curse. That we're cutting through the nonsense, cutting through the smoke and mirrors, right? That might be kind of in front of us here. And that we're getting to a position of authority, to a position of making a decision, right? The decision position. And whether this is going to HR, going to the management, or if this is just taking the initiative, taking the control of our own path, our own destiny, really, and moving on. I do see, the energy moving on in the future. This is not something that we just kind of keep cycling back to. It's something that you're breaking free from and you're going in your own direction. You have a lot to offer the world. You have a huge gift, right, that you are trying to refine and trying to develop and manifest in, whatever kind of situation you're in. If it's a career, if it's a community organization, or, whatever it is that you're doing. A lot of court cards, and I'm still trying to get a feel for the dynamic here of these court cards. It feels like two families fighting, It feels like you and yours on one side, them and theirs on the other. Maybe that's literally it. Maybe it's just kind of two different departments at work, or maybe it's, obviously you have your supporters, they have theirs, something like that. Okay. Who does the acupuncture or the Reiki or the crystal healing? Is that you? Spirit's telling me that somebody is a healer, like a natural healer, and maybe that's where this is kind of taking place, or something like that. I feel like you do that kind of healing. Maybe it's the crystal healing. Anyway, let's look at the mystery card. Yeah, let's see what might be going on underneath little Bob Ross. I need to fix his arm. His arm always gets bent back. There we go. Whoops. Okay. Obviously, I want to see an ace of swords, showing discernment, showing a clear head. A lot of clarity is going to be good in this situation, because you have to be able to see things for what they are and not be clouded by your feelings, by if there is some gaslighting going on, to be able to see through all of that nonsense, right? All the BS. So I'm hoping for some very strong, stable air energy. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. Let's see what we have. Okay, well, we've got a King of Wands. This is good. This is air and fire. Air and fire. Yeah. So we're having that air. We're having that discernment. We're able to know the truth, see the truth, and we're not going to be lied to. There's no smoke and mirrors. There's no deceiving us. And we're using this clarity and this certainty to act with that fire energy. And to me, that's Six of Wands type of stuff here. You're more than capable of doing this, because you know yourself, you know your value, you know what feels right and what doesn't. And now we're kind of getting that mental or psychic certainty. We're making the mental decision, and then that allows us to act and do what we need to do. And I kind of feel like it's you taking your talents elsewhere in this situation. All right. We are going to do an extended reading, though, as well. If you want to stick around for that, click on the link that's up in the corner, or there should be one down in the video description. New readings for Cancer every Tuesday and Friday. But I'm here every day. Just come on back. See me again tomorrow. Okay? If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. And leave a comment for me. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.